Hey, this is Anney.
And Samantha.
And welcome to Stuff I Never Told You, a production of iHeartRadio. And for today's Monday Mini, we are tackling one tiny piece of a huge topic. All right, so disclaimer. This is not an episode about weight loss medication, or in this case, compounded GLP-1s. That is a much bigger episode than a Monday Mini. But today, I did want to talk about the absolute onslaught of ads I have been getting for them, which is just not great for my mental health. To be honest with you, could really not use that in my life. That would be best for me. Mm-hmm. And also, a lot of these ads are very, very targeted towards women. I think in one of these ads, a woman called herself a fat freak.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I guess content warning, fat phobia. I actually saw that one today.
Damn.
All right. So briefly, GLP-1s are drugs primarily used to treat type 2 diabetes, but a bunch of other things, but primarily for that. But in the past few years, they have become a popular, quote, off-brand use as a weight loss drug, partially led by influencers and celebrities. And this caused a shortage and inability to get these drugs for people who needed it for diabetes. That's something we'll dig into in our whole episode and is, from what I understand, mostly stabilized, although the pricing has not stabilized. 1 in 8 adults say they have taken one as of last year, I believe. Most new users, and emphasis on new, are white women, and some surveys have found women in or approaching menopause who are generally not obese. However, young people are a close runner-up. This is for a lot of reasons, but access is a big one. Diabetes and obesity is more prevalent in Hispanic and Black communities. So that is also something we're going to have to tackle in our larger episode. Clearly, though, there was a huge market for these types of drugs and using them for weight loss. And new companies and brands jumped into the pool. And then come the ads. So many ads. And a lot of these ads contain mis or disinformation. And we did talk about this briefly in our Super Bowl ads episode, Samantha. But these ads are misleading in a lot of ways. Several of these products are not FDA approved, but they portray it like they are, or they say that they are doctor approved, which doesn't mean anything legally, by the way.
What doctor? Is it a doctor or is it Dr. Pepper?
It doesn't mean anything legally. Some of these products, like gummies or drops, have never been tested and have absolutely no proof that they work. A recent study from Legit Script, which is a company that works in healthcare product verification, amongst other things, found that between 2022 and 2024, there was a 1,200% increase in, quote, violative or problematic GLP-1 ads. This is notably when there was a shortage of the FDA-approved varieties. All these other ones started showing up. A 2025 survey commissioned by the National Consumers League conducted on 1,500 women between 18 and 55 years old found that 85% of respondents believed the claims in these ads. Over half believed the term doctor approved meant that it was endorsed by medical professionals, which of course they did. In general, people believed that they were tested and safe and at pretty high numbers. And to be clear, that I would too, like, that makes sense.
Right.
If it's telling you that in an ad.
Why wouldn't you say, obviously doctor approved this, so that means it's FDA approved, obviously.
Right. So I don't want to sound like I'm saying they're being foolish for this. That if you see it in an ad, I get it. I'd be like, okay, sure. Yes. In 2023, companies that sell these drugs spent $1 billion in advertising, which was a 51% increase from the previous year. So why is this a problem? Apart from the obvious, perhaps, there isn't information about side effects or adverse effects, and people are spending money, perhaps a lot of money, to get something that has no proof of working and could potentially cause a health issue. And on top of that, they may be delaying getting care that has been tested. Maybe they have another issue that they really need to look into. There has been a substantial increase in calls to poison control due to GLP-1 overdoses because a lot of them aren't clear in how much you should take.
Wow.
There's just a lot of shady stuff going on in how they present themselves. One study found that about half of online sites selling these drugs were doing it somewhat illegally or unethically. Half. And it's, to be clear, they promote other things too. Weight loss is like the primary thing they promote, but they also say stuff like hair loss, or they'll help with acne or anxiety or hormonal imbalance. All of these things that they are promising that, again, hasn't been tested.
With a GLP-1?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel like, hair loss, if you're losing nutrients, you're going to have hair loss.
Well, that's what they are promising, because right now I'm getting served 2 ads back to back generally. Wow. Mochi and Hers, and they both promise it.
Yeah, Hers I think I yelled at about, so yes.
They did. And I think that they got kind of
huge backlash, yes.
Yeah, they definitely did. And I think that what I'm talking about is less them, but they're still in the mix.
Started this with some really shady ass stuff during the Super Bowl. I was like, what is that? Yes.
Absolutely.
We remember. Don't think we didn't remember Hers.
I will never forget. I didn't even see it, and it will live in my brain forever. But yeah, the timing of all these ads is very strategic because they're trying to become the favorite products before the FDA approval rolls in, or it gets discounted. But they're trying to do it before whatever happens, so you're the go-to. So they're really pushing that. I couldn't verify this, but I did find a whole kind of complaining Reddit thread about these ads, because I was just like, is anybody else inundated with these? Yeah. And I found a whole thread, and they were saying that they were getting coupons for Ozempic in their meal kit boxes.
Whoa,
meal kit boxes, and that they're on Tinder. And somebody had kind of like the funniest, saddest comment, which was like, which is very bad for me in general when it comes to dating.
Yeah,
that's fair.
You're like, that makes me not want to date, but thank you.
Okay, cool. But also, I kind of briefly mentioned this in a recent episode. I was trying to verify if it's true. And I've ultimately determined, even if it's not true, the company behind it still posted it. Not true being, is it like an AI post or something?
Right.
But the company is real and posted it. And so it is from Willow Health. And it is from a woman who is quite thin. It's a picture. And it's a post from her that says, weight loss medication is self-care, period, full stop. I hit my goal weight after losing 10 pounds. My health is better, and I finally love the way I look. Just because I didn't waste time in the gym doesn't make it invalid. There's just a lot I could talk about with this.
Oh, God. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen that ad. I've seen that ad in my games on my phone.
Oh.
I've seen that ad.
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
And gearing it towards menopause people actually makes a lot of sense, because as someone who is getting older, I feel like I'm struggling more and more with weight loss and like trying to figure out what I'm trying to do healthy. I'm okay with the way I look. Like I've accepted it. I would not mind if I lost weight. You know, there's some things that I'm like, okay, these are the things that I would love to do, but I'm fine as it is. I'm not going to the extremes yet. Who knows? Like maybe those ads will get me and I'll be like, I hate it all, whatever. But that's exactly, they know that this is a target audience. Yeah. People who have been told that they should be insecure and they should fix things.
Yes.
I mean, it's a target.
Oh, yeah. No, they were very, very strategic in doing it that way. And some of the research I read, a lot of the women who were in menopause were saying, like, I do all the things and I'm still gaining weight. So I don't want to demonize people who take this kind of medication responsibly. But this is about the advertising.
Right. No, it's definitely, what is it called? I feel like when it's like a targeted, but it's such a, because I've seen it too. I've seen it. When I've gone to houses and they watch cable TV, it's either those commercials, lawyers, but it's a lot of medications, and including that, and about weight loss. But it is there constantly on a constant rerun.
Yes. And at least the ones that are served to me, it's almost all women. And I think in one, there's a man that's like, I'm so glad she started taking it. And I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, we are going to have to come back, and it's such a huge issue. This was about the advertising. There are a couple of things experts are attempting to do to curb this, the bad players in the advertising realm around GLP-1s. They're trying to counter misinformation, make the tested stuff more affordable, require brands to be upfront about ingredients and dosage levels, and changing the conversation and stigma around women and weight, which I'm all for, but good luck.
Right. Especially because we have gone backwards because of these types of medications saying it's accessible. There's no reason not to be thin. Yeah. Which I've heard that.
The price tag, maybe. But that's the thing. I get it. If you really, we've been told we need to look the certain way, be the certain weight, and you can't afford the tested one.
Right.
You see one that says doctor approved and it's got ads on TV. Yeah, I get it.
Right. And there have been results with Ozempic, like true Ozempic, that has been regulated and has been watched. But this is like a whole different thing. And we don't know a lot of the side effects. And it's slowly coming about and having this conversation. And there are people who are getting better because they were pre-diabetic. They are tested, there's needs, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But this conversation about accessibility, this conversation about it being a franchise as well as money maker for corporations who are evil. Yes, evil. I said evil. That's the whole thing. This is unethical. What is the truth to this type of miracle diet? I say.
Yes. And the truth is there is no miracle diet. But we will come back to that. I just had to vent because I was getting all of these ads. And we will return. But listeners, if you have any thoughts about this topic, things we should touch on when we do get to our big episode about it, please let us know. Or any other topics you would like to suggest. You can email us at hello@stuffInevertoldyou.com. You can find us on Blue Sky at Mom Stuff Podcast, or on Instagram and TikTok at Stuff I Never Told You. We're also on YouTube, and we have a book you can get wherever you get your books. Thanks as always to our super producer Christina, our executive producer Maya, and our contributor Joey.
Thank you.
And thanks to you for listening. Stuff I Never Told You is produced by iHeartRadio. For more podcasts on iHeartRadio, you can check out the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcast, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.